trying to find tiles for behind the fireplace. And as we're wanting a 70s look, what about this one? Definitely too many tiles to choose from. Makes it really difficult. He's found another one. Yes.
That's more like the one we want for the bigger pieces, so it might be 60 quid a square metre.
That's cool.
The stacks on there. 2 is 8.8.
Yeah.
So 3 times 8.8 is 24, 25.2, 2.5 metres and a bit.
Okay.
If we get 6, yeah? So we get 6.
Okay. Following on from last week's storm and the water coming in through the opening in the lounge, we need to fix the opening. So in order to do that, there's some works to do outside, and in the lounge we've got to put the ceiling up. But in order to put the ceiling up, we've got to fix the fire. In order to fix the fire, we've got to tile the walls. So we've been tile shopping. These are the ones we've chosen. I'll show you what we're going to do with those later on. Because at the moment, the big job is putting the ceiling up. And it's quite a big room.
I'm marking up the hangers that are going to hang the rails. I'm going to support the insulation, and we're going to attach plasterboard to. They all work out 50, so I'm happy with them, except that last one's 60, so it'll be alright, won't it? I think it's recommended every 50 centimetre, but for the sake of that last reel, it'll actually end up being 57, that's fine. Okay. So we've just got one last one to put down that side. With a swanky new laser level. So we've got 2 sizes of these. These are left over from when we did the apartment up north. And obviously they're a lot longer. We don't need that length plenty. And that just screws up where I've marked. That's that way all marked out. I've just got to get the height right, and I'll show you how to do that in a sec. And they just click in like that. That's it. It's good, isn't it? So that just hangs the rail that you then screw your plasterboard into. Dead simple. And our new investment, this little device here, self-leveling, not expensive. There are some expensive ones. We didn't need it. Well, we can't afford expensive. So all I then do is I've got various lines fired out here. I just need this one line that's showing up. I don't know if you can see that. If I get to meet on that little indenture there, on every one of these hangers then this rail that I showed you just previous clips up, and it should be a nice level plane. Think it'll work? So I've got to get that green laser line just in between them indentured pieces, the nipped out bit. That's a technical term, by the way. Yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I'll put 2. And that is solid.
All these marks and all the beams have got to have one of those brackets.
Exactly that.
And there are
50.
49 more to go.
49 more to go, yeah. That's really good, isn't it? It's a good system.
Yeah.
I'll make a little surround. 4 sides. So then when rockwool gets rammed in, it doesn't go up against us, even though it's fire retardant, it's rockwool. But that fireboard, that should work, shouldn't it? Alright. Sound?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Monday morning, and this is as far as we got with the ceiling yesterday. We can't go any further now because
we have to tile the wall before we can fit the fire, before we can put the ceiling up. Well, no, we can put the ceiling up, but we need to get insulation. So we really do need to get this tiling done. So we need to commit.
okay.
We've had a couple of ideas of different scenarios going plumb straight up. We've got this idea at the minute of following this line to try and follow the line of the fire, which it doesn't. But we don't want to go in any further than that at the bottom, because the idea of the tiles is to absorb some of the heat, and if we move that further in, then it's going to be the plasterboard, and that's not a good thing. So we're going to stick to that angle. And I'm trying to lay it out outside now so I can just cut these, and then I can come in, glue halfway up, because I think that'll be safe before they start to want to slide down or fall off, and then continue up tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
So we're not going for a nice straight, well, we are going for a straight line, but we're not going for a straight up and down. We're going at an angle because
and it's a natural product, so the edge,
It is.
you'll see, it's not a glazed tile, it is pieces of stone and slate, so
yeah.
you'll have that natural edge anyway. It's not like we've got to put an edging strip down. So I think it'll work. Well, if it don't.
Well, we don't like to make things easy, do we? So
No, well,
it's,
I don't think it's making it too tricky.
okay.
And
Let's
I
have
don't
a-
know why I was holding this, because that's not going to help me. But
Let's go and have a look at the tiles.
yeah.
So we're laying the tiles out on this plasterboard outside on the terrace to try and work out the angles and where we're going to cut them and how they're going to fit.
Yeah,
And
that's
hopefully
kind
it
of
will make putting them on the wall a lot easier if everything's cut and ready.
There's some great differences, isn't there?
That is using now half of the tiles that we bought. We are hoping that the ones on this side of the guide, when we cut them, will fill in the bits we're missing. Fingers crossed, otherwise we're going to have to go back and buy another box of tiles. The angle's cut all the way up to what will be touching the ceiling. Just see if all these little bits now will fill in the gaps. It's like a giant jigsaw.
Try and cut a bit, or just put a bit of adhesive there, but it's so small.
Tiny bit there is going to annoy me, so I think we're going to have to try and put a bit in there.
Tape measure width.
It's really small. It's just the way the tile broke when we were cutting it.
No, the inset bit at the bottom. The inset bit at the bottom. So this is right. That's the arrow pointing up on the ticket.
Yes.
That's wrapped. Yeah.
We go through that collar? No.
that one in between this one, yeah. Happy?
I think so. Yeah.
Right, so this one then I'm going to mark it off the chimney. So there's all this stuff I'm going to need passing up at some point.
No problem.
Now we're up on the roof, tended to the chimney, and what I've done is I've cut out the top of the chimney. I've done it at an angle, so it's like just beveled down all the way around, so then I can drop that piece back in. But my plan is now this fireboard's in place, right way up, says top. I've just put some fireboard sealant around the edge just to nip it in place, but it feels really solid. So now I'm going to sand and cement over the top of that, so it'll just stop any ingress of water down here and fill in these bits here, because I think that's possibly where water's been coming in. Hope that makes sense. Wind will blow through hopefully and draw the flame up. There you go, all cemented in. They'll never know I've been up here. Nicely haunched up, so any rain should just run off this little sill area. Blocked off some holes in there. Patch the roof on the top of the chimney, which nobody's ever going to see. A coat of paint, you'd never know. And then coming round to the side, all is good. Just see the top of the pipe sticking out. I've haunched it up, so hopefully any rain getting in should not. And have a chimney again. Fingers crossed.